What up, YouTube, Facebook, all my friends? It's almost midnight. This is Thursday, November 11th, so it'll be November 12th here in just 8 or 10 minutes, and it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I guess it's Sunday. I'll be double nickel, 55. What a year it has been. Hopefully I'm bouncing back up. I've bounced a few times. Got over the summer dealing with that code enforcement issue and my health and everything. I was losing weight. It all kind of culminated. I fell, messed my left shoulder up, and then trying to load a refrigerator, I was favoring my right shoulder and messed it up. And then I got my PTS kicked in really, really bad and got super depressed. We finally got the code enforcement off my tail, but at that point I'd gone from about 165 pounds to 138. I think it's 138. And Shelly's mom passed away October 1st, and she'd been to Florida once or twice over the summer. Mom was in ICCU in Florida, heart issues, 3-4 months. I don't believe she ever got COVID. She just couldn't. She tired, so she decided to go on hospice within maybe a day. I don't know. I don't know all the details for sure. She passed October 1st. Just crushed Shelly and the family. Willie came down from Memphis, picked her up Sunday, and they drove to Florida and stayed down there all week. And I'm dealing with my messed up shoulders and pretty serious depression and PTS. And my PTS is not military related. She got back on Saturday, which would have been, if Mom passed away, it was the first. It was either Thursday or Friday. So Shelly would have gotten back on the 8th or 9th, something like that. That Monday, she went to Captain D's and put malt vinegar all over her food, like we both love to do. Love me some malt vinegar on my Captain D's. And she couldn't taste it. She's like, I got an issue. And she was already feeling bad. So she went to doctor and got a positive COVID test. Nikki went and got his, because he had been feeling kind of bad, and they had spent the day together and were sharing vape juice and trying different things and just having a good time. Well, Nikki was positive also for COVID. Now, I hadn't really, Shelly and I aren't super close as far as all the huggy stuff, and I kind of knew there was a good chance, but Shelly moved into the spare bedroom. Well, I was already feeling really bad, so symptoms, I never threw a fever. Thursday, I think, I went and got a COVID test. It was positive. Sunday, starting Sunday for 2 or 3 days, Shelly said I was pretty much unresponsive. I was doing some things, but I just was kind of out of it. I wasn't eating, I wasn't drinking. And finally, I think Wednesday, she called an ambulance. And they took me to UMMC. I spent 8 days in COVID lockdown, quarantine. Sick, but, not where I thought, just thought it was more me. But anyway, so I can't tell you how bad the COVID was for me. But I was sick. Left the hospital with a line for TPN, which is something we had talked about doing before I got sick. And it kind of complicated things because of the COVID quarantine. And they put it in my arm in kind of a bad spot, and it wasn't the direct line that they put in. I've got a line. So anyway, that worked. I had this big bag. I went home on I was there 8 days, 8 days. Went home. Was home Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday or Sunday, and I started just feeling like Superman. I had this amazing energy for a little while, and then I'd just wipe out. And come Monday night, I pulled the line out somehow. And so I was without TPN for days. Still haven't had it. It's been 2 weeks now, week and a half. Monday, this coming up Monday will be 2 weeks that I haven't had TPN. And I got super weak again. Shelly, dealing with COVID, and her mama, she couldn't take care of me. Our washing machine was broke. Clothes were stacking up. I just was getting worse and worse and worse. And finally, I told my GI doctor, Sarah Glover. Wow, what an amazing person. What an amazing doctor she is. Just love her. Best thing ever happened to me was getting kicked out of Dr. Baker's, the oncologist. That's a whole nother story. Talked to her, texted her, let her know what was going on, and she's like, you need to go back in, because they were trying to get the line put in, and they wanted to put this direct line, which is right here on my shoulder. I haven't even seen it. But it's a direct, maybe it's way up there, I can't tell. Yeah, oh, there it is. And not having any meat on my bone, that thing hurt. Going in. They got me back in. The downstairs, that department is just so overrun. They're so backed up. And they kept scheduling me for kind of a will call and putting me on NPO, no food. And I'm down to 120 pounds. I'm the smallest I've been ever. Even the previous small was like 122 after my surgeries and 38 days in the hospital. So I kind of had to, because I talked to them, I kind of had to throw a fit. And we figured out, and they asked me would I be willing to, because putting this port in, they usually do it under anesthesia, so they got to have you NPO for so many hours, and so I wasn't getting breakfast. It wasn't working. It was making me worse. And they just couldn't schedule, and I said, look, I cannot be that person. So they asked me would I be willing to, instead of going under anesthesia, let them give me some fentanyl and lidocaine and do it all local, me alert. And I agreed. Knew it might be painful. Wow, that was painful. I honestly, if they gave me fentanyl, I don't know what it did, because I didn't notice a difference at all. But I tolerated it. And there's a bone right here, and I mean, I could feel him just all on that bone. And they put a couple stitches in, and I got through it. The crazy thing is that it probably saved them an hour's worth of time because they didn't have to arrange an anesthesiologist. So they took me in this morning early, got that in. We're working on getting the TP in and getting that lined up. They're going to line me up with some physical therapy tomorrow. They wanted to release me today, and I told them I really wasn't ready. I wanted to kind of get this TPN going first. They were putting me on 24/7. For insurance, I'm probably going to have to be kind of 24/7, but I'm talking about maybe doing it calorie-wise a little bit lower, and I don't know what, but the bag is just so heavy, and with my shoulders hurting, I said I can't. That heavy bag's hurting my shoulders, and taking the TPN, I just get some energy that I just can't keep laying in bed all the time. And I've got some stuff I got to do. I mean, we're scraping bottom on the money. I've had a little bit of help, but I got all this metal that I can sort and recycle and sit outside and do, and try not to overdo. So been was working on that a little bit till I got so sick that I got back in here. I'm doing better. I've been eating like crazy once they let me start eating. I don't know what my weight is, but I'm probably 124. I mean, I am packing the food away. Oscar, he's doing good. I'm back, with my supplies, because we came to the hospital the first time. I didn't have any of my stuff, and it just, I was wiped out. But I'm on the mend. We get this TPN going, and over the next couple year or so, I guess you've noticed I changed the name of my YouTube channel. My plan, my dream, my hope, my thought is to kind of follow my cleaning up of my hoard, because having everything snatched out from under you like I did, and already being a squirreler, saving stuff and not wanting to send stuff to landfills, and doing remodeling for all those years. I was bringing brass home and copper, and I got buckets and buckets and buckets, and you can make a few dollars taking it to the metal, but you can make 4, 5, 6, 7 times if you can separate the copper and the aluminum. Aluminum, you're not making any money, but the brass and tin shred and all of that. So and it comes out decent little dollars for what I'm doing, and not having to go do other stuff. Physically, I just can't. As much as I wanted to do the handyman thing, I physically can't. I've got to start working on the house. So I'm gonna kind of see about setting up my channel kind of like a vlog more. I want to post a little bit more. I'd like to try to find somebody that can help me with editing, because editing is just not something I've been able to get into yet. I should be able to do it. I just haven't. And maybe now with the switching over to following me cleaning up my hoard, being kind of open and showing, because it's just something that there's so much to it. If you ever watch those hoarder shows, the majority of the hoarders, something tragic happened in their life, and we've had multiple tragedies, all before Tyler's suicide. That was just, for me, that was a turning point. That's kind of a reason why I wanted YouTube, kind of because he had been taking notes, and he was looking at YouTube, and I think he wanted to. He was considering it, and I'm just trying to, I don't know, honor him. It just works for me. Anyway, I don't know how long. Yeah, this is 14-15 minute videos, so it's long enough. I appreciate all the prayers and the help, and I'm gonna start getting some things set up with my YouTube channel and get some pages, and I think Mississippi Hippie's pretty cool name. Share your thoughts. Tell me what you think. Maybe it'd be fun. I think it'd be. I enjoy it. I don't mind being in front of a camera. I may not be good enough. I'm not. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. Not, if it works, hey, that's icing on the cake. But just sharing, I have fun. So anyway, hippie out.
Sorry.